Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we have full details on the new 1.06 patch update, which is said to contain a fix for the 280 logo issue, which is apparently what's been causing a lot of the crashes across a ton of different modes. So we're going to go over that and the rest of the patch notes, as well as test some of the fixes out. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on the game, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's start out by taking a look at the full list of patch notes that accompany the new 1.06 update, as 2K have provided a full list of everything that this patch is said to address. Starting out with the general fixes, I'll run through the list and then I'll go over some of the main ones in more detail before we then move on to the next section. So under general fixes, we have general stability and performance improvements, various cutscene improvements for MyRise, improved hair and create superstar part interactions, improved skin and eye shaders for various superstars, updated character likeness of various superstars, improved texture blending and materials on hundreds of hair models, changed the maximum number of favourite creators to 50, implemented criteria for NWO standalone bonus content, improved memory management for large numbers of logos when navigating multiple game modes and menus, increased array limit for logos to accommodate large numbers of downloaded logos, added and removed NG tags to improve creator superstar part combinations, general hair updates and improvements, and general tattoo updates and improvements. So that's a list of general fixes, with the main one here being the improved memory management for large numbers of logos and the increased array limit for logos, as this is said to be the biggest problem that users have been facing, as the game was only set to handle 280 custom logos. Therefore, if you downloaded multiple creations and you went over this limit, then this would cause a memory leak that would cause the game to keep crashing when trying to play certain modes or even just trying to edit superstars. Based on the feedback from the patch, it seems that this update has solved a lot of the problems that people experienced, though it hasn't fixed it for everyone, as some users are still reporting that the game is crashing when trying to edit superstars. So if you're one of the people that are affected by this, let me know about it in the comments and I'll pass that feedback on to 2K. Of the other updates that are listed under general fixes, some of the things that are tested and can confirm to work are the hair and the part interactions, as there are now a lot more options when you select one of the longer hairstyles, whereas prior to the patch a lot of parts weren't able to be combined. This is also true for long socks, as selecting these socks for Alexa in the previous version wouldn't allow you to use any shoes, though that too is now fixed. Also working is the update to the favourite creator limit, as you can now add up to 50 different creators as opposed to 5, which it was set to before. So that's the general updates, but let's move on to the gameplay fixes, as there's quite a lot of updates here too. These fixes include addressing reported concerns where enemies might take low or no damage in specific engagements, various prop and arena interaction improvements, various cage collision improvements, improved superstar AI in special circumstances in tag matches, improved dive attacks versus ladders, improved ladder dismounts, improved superstar ally interactions in tag team steel cage matches, improved finisher reversals during run-ins, updated pyro in some entrances, improved logo/embossing interactions in Creator Championship, addressed reported concerns related to poses and superstar registration during some reversals, improved interactions with steel steps when they are placed in the ring, improved superstar interactions with ropes, addressed reported concerns related to Spear 2 attack while the referee is close to the defender, improved elimination behaviour in Royal Rumble, improved taunt buffs and meter gain from submission loops, improved Royal Rumble elimination setups by the AI, improved superstar AI in special circumstances in tag matches, tuned downtime values for some moves, tuned rollout recovery times, increased difficulty of the button mash pin kickout when more than 2 finishers have been received, increased illegal tag team stun duration for long tag matches, addressed reported concerns of exploits where certain finishers could not be reversed, tuned the homing for sweet chin music, tuned elimination difficulty in the Royal Rumble with less than 3 superstars in the ring, tuned stun duration in relation to perma damage, and addressed reported concerns with Austin Theory's finisher. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of updates here, with one of the main ones being the updates to the kick-out difficulty after receiving 2 or more finishes, as prior to the patch it was way too easy to kick out. After trying this since installing the patch, personally I found that it's still way too easy to kick out of pins, as playing a 2-player match between Roman and Brock, I was still finding it pretty easy to kick out even after taking 5 finishes, which is a pretty big issue as it means that 2-player matches feel like they'll never end, as you can always seem to kick out when you use the button mashing game. As for the other changes, I did test out some of the weapon updates for the ladders and for the steel steps, but I didn't really notice too much difference. As the ladder dismounts, for example, one of the issues there was that you couldn't dismount from the ladder if your opponent was also on the ladder, as you have to press the grab button to climb down, but if you press that button when your opponent is on the ladder, then you'll actually grapple them, meaning that you have to knock them off the ladder before you can get down. As for the steel steps, these two didn't appear to show much difference, as the environmental moves are still nowhere to be found, and if you try to do a carry move onto the steps, then this will result in the player going through them. Moving on to the online fixes, these include general stability improvements, addressing reported concerns with abandoned lobbies, improved lobby performance with partial AI populated matches, addressing the reported concerns of long 15+ minute match online sessions, and improved performance of custom port rates in online lobbies. Finally, the last set of fixes are in relation to MyFaction, with these featuring improved reward icon visibility for the weekly Evo challenges, addressing reported concerns regarding an exploit connected to weapon baiting in Faction Wars, and they've also added MyFaction NWO standalone cards for players that bought the NWO DLC separately. Of these changes, I wasn't able to test out the online updates, but in regards to MyFaction, the weapon baiting exploit mentioned was the kendo stick method that was used in Faction Wars, as previously it was possible to hold the kendo stick and wait for your opponent to grapple you, at which point it would then see them take the kendo stick and hit you with it, which would then cause a disqualification and award an easy win. As a result of this change, now when you play a Faction Wars match, you can't actually grab a weapon from under the ring, so there's no way to use weapons in that match. As for some better news though, due to the addition of the NWO cards for the standalone NWO DLC, any players that bought the NWO edition can receive a second pack of NWO cards, as entering MyFaction will see you awarded with a second pack so that you can now get 2 of every card. So that's a full list of patch notes and some of the things that I was able to test, with the main one being the update to the logo limit, as hopefully this will fix a lot of the crashing issues that people experienced, though if it doesn't, again let me know in the comments so that I can pass that feedback on to 2K. Anyway guys, that is it for this video, but let me know what you make of the updates in the comments and how you're finding things since the new patch. And while you're there, if you're not already, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you can stay up to date with all the latest news on WWE 2K22. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.